how we can manipulate or update the HTML or HTML on a page through the jQuery. It will require to push or put any dynamic changes in HTML to present it on our page. Okay, so for that purpose, using jQuery, we can manipulate, okay, our DOM object model. DOM object model means document object model, which one earlier explained what is the document object model, which is the HTML and which is in structured format. Okay, one very important jQuery, it is a possibility to manipulate the DOM. jQuery comes with a bunch of DOM related methods. Okay, bunch of DOM related methods means to update the HTML on a page dynamically. For that, in a jQuery there are different methods already there. Okay, we'll see one by one what are different methods are there. Okay, so document object model, as you know what is the document object model. DOM defines standard for accessing the HTML and XML document. Document object model is a platform language neutral interface that allow programs script dynamically access, update the content, structure and style of the document. In simple language, we can say DOM object model is the HTML structure HTML on a page. Okay, the structure HTML on a page, whatever we can see on a page source, which is the document object model. Okay, now so how we can modify the DOM object model using the jQuery. Earlier in a JavaScript, what we did, we use the different methods. Okay, set inner HTML, like that, inner HTML. Then we traverse parent node, and then we add some HTML, or we can set the value of any field, okay, or property. So that kind of thing we have implemented in JavaScript, but jQuery will simplify it in a simple way through the different methods. Okay, so moving towards what are the different methods in a jQuery. Okay. So let's move. Three useful jQuery methods DOM manipulation are, see, text set return a text content of selected element, HTML. See, first thing is a get method. Okay, means what here you can see jQuery get. So how we can get the properties or values from our existing HTML. Okay, set means how we can change it. Okay, so we'll move one by one and check how we can implement it. So quickly I'll show you here, and whenever required, I will move into the visual code and highlight here. Okay, so here our HTML is there, our CDN is there, jQuery CDN already there. After that, button click, then what they extracting text dot test. What is the test? So test is, here you can see test, this is the test. Okay, so what they are doing, the paragraph name is ID is a test, and they just alert on button click text test dot text. Okay, so what is the mean by this text method, and what is the mean by the dot html method? You quickly see the difference. See, text, this is a some bold text in a paragraph, this is some bold text in a paragraph. So see, this is bold text in a paragraph. Now when I say this is some bold, see, it shows me HTML associated with this text. It shows me the HTML associated with this text. Means whenever you say dot HTML, it will bring the content, all the HTML content within this, within your HTML. Okay. If you say plain text, then it will extract the particular text, but it will convert this HTML. Okay, means if there are multiple HTML elements, okay, simply what I do, I copy this and I'll create a separate visual code for better understanding. So what I do, here our project structure is there. Okay, now what I do, I will add new HTML here. Okay, and I give my, say, get set.html. Okay, file name is get set.html. I open my HTML here, I put my code here. Okay, and close remaining things. Okay, now in this page, everything on the same page, There is no external JavaScript. Okay, so I save this, then run without debugging. It will ask the browse it in Chrome. Close unwanted tab. Okay, so here I press F12. It open our developer tool, and in developer tool, see, let me directly open from here, developer tool. I take it at the bottom. I move my cursor here so that we can see the HTML element. Now here you can see our HTML here. Here my paragraph HTML is there. In this HTML, you can see this is a text, but it contains some HTML also. When you say call the text method, it will extract the text, and when you call HTML, then it will extract the HTML associated with it. So it will not manipulate that HTML. It will not pass that HTML. It will directly display the content. Okay. Moving ahead. So I hope you understand the difference between the text method and HTML method. Okay. So moving bit ahead, so there is another method. Okay, there is another method which is called val. Okay, val. So what it will do, it will extract the value. Okay, it will extract the value within any particular field. Okay, so consider this is a field. Now I will just copy this HTML body, and okay, it's better, I'll directly copy. You will see, I'll go here so that you will understand that uh, val method. Okay, I refresh it. Now Mickey Mouse is written here. Okay, now here you can see document dot, you know this, all these things already we discussed what is the click event and all. Once we click on button dot click, so this is the click event. Here you can see click event for button. This is a button. Now on this button, what I'm saying, alert val text test. Okay, test is my id dot val. So you know the value here, value I have put Mickey Mouse here, input. So this is the input field, and having type text. Okay, id is a test, and here the value is a Mickey Mouse. Okay, and I put it in one paragraph. Okay, now I go back here, I refresh it here. Now when I say show value, it display me the Mickey Mouse. If I change it, it display me the change value here. Okay, so what happened when I say show value, then it will call here, and it call, and I just remove these things. Okay, so that, okay, I just call here test is my id and say I have val. Okay, just a moment, let me open this. Now here, so here we enter the Mickey Mouse. Okay, once I click on show value, what happening here, so once you click here text val. Okay, so val, I just press F12, move my cursor here. Okay, and you can see the value here. Now you can see the value here because page is loaded at that time, this value is set here, but I have changed it here, and the value parameter is this value. Okay, so when you call the val, it will extract the value associated with that input field. Okay, so this is about the val parameter. So in validations, you are saying we are not able to understand how to put the validation. So in that you need to read the first value field, means what value is entered by user in a text field. Okay, and then you can go now ahead. Okay, now sometimes you can see the get attribute method. Get attribute method means each HTML element having attribute associated with it. Okay, there are different attributes associated with the HTML element. As you can see here, here is a type attribute here, ID attribute here, value attribute here. These are the different attributes. Okay, so sometimes what you need to sometimes you need to change this attribute value. You need to change this attribute value. So how you can implement it? So moving towards the attribute, let's see how the attribute work. Okay, I'll just copy the content, HTML content. Now you can see here, if I say here show href value. Okay, now here show href value, it display me the w3school.com. Okay, so href here, let me copy this. Okay, now I'll copy this. Save this. Now here what happening, here what happening, alert here dollar, let me see dollar hash means it's a id, and which element having this id, this element having this id, and then attribute, there is an attribute. So attribute, which attribute, this is the href is the attribute. As I have told you, each element having different attributes. So there is a href is the attribute. Here you can see the href attribute. So what we are saying, key w3 dot s id dot attribute href means what is the value of this, then it will give me this w3school.com. Okay, so in alert it will give me the w3.com. Okay, so moving towards the output, if I refresh it, see it will give me the output here. Okay, if I say href, if I say id, let's see what happens, and again I refresh it here, and it gives me the w3s, which is the id of this field. Okay, so this is about the get. So how we can get the value from the element, for that purpose we use the different get methods. Okay, text, html, and val. Okay, so you know that text, it will extract a particular text. HTML, it will extract the value with the HTML parameters, means HTML tags, and val means it will extract the value inside the any HTML tag. Okay, so I cannot use here, see I cannot use here val. Okay, I cannot use here val because the test is dot test is the paragraph. Okay, dot test and its value is here. If I put here val, see what happens. If I put here val, it's showing me blank here, it's just showing me this text because value parameter is not associated with this paragraph. Okay, if you say, if I put here val, okay, let me check value, okay, is equal to, and I say var. Okay, let me check how it's work. Okay, okay, something, let me, oh, sorry. Now I run this and say show text. See, nothing is working here, even though I say val here and I set the value here. Okay, okay, even though I set val here and value again going to back here. Okay, again, see nothing is displaying here. Okay, nothing is displaying it. So each thing, you see, when we use the text is for means HTML tags. Okay, HTML is also for HTML, and val is for any input field related things. We use the val. Okay, so how we can set? Let me go into the set content. Okay, how we can set the content within our HTML. Okay, so we'll check how we can set the content. Now in a set content, okay, earlier we saw how we can get. In set also same method we can use, text, HTML, and val. Okay, same method we can use to set the value to particular HTML. Okay, so moving towards the example how we can set the value, let me show you. Just to copy this, next thing, Now here, just to copy paste here. Okay, save this and I refresh it here. Okay, so here what example is saying here? Example is saying test 1, test 2 and test 3. Okay, on button there are three buttons. Okay, test 1 is one paragraph, test 2 is also one paragraph, and test 3 is one input field. There are three fields. This test 3 is for val, as I have discussed earlier. Val is for input field. Okay, so here, as you can see here, val is there. Okay, means it will set this, it will change this value. Okay, so how we can do this, okay. Now once I set text, it change my paragraph, then set html, it change this, and set val, it change. Okay, so what is the difference between the set html? If you can see here, if you observe here, it is just a plain string. It's just a plain string, but here it contains with some html. It contains with some html. Okay, if I say here text, then what happens here? If I say text, then see how it will work. See, it will directly display the html tag as it is. Means uh, it will not treat it as a HTML. Okay, so because I use the method as a text, but when I use the HTML, then it will consider it as a HTML, and HTML it convert this into the bold. Okay, so after that, this val. Okay, this is a val. So in a val, here you can see this val is associated with the field input field, this field. Okay, and it will convert this Mickey Mouse to the dolly duck. Okay, value is a dolly duck. So how it will work? Just a moment, let's show you. Here you can see set value, it set the value to the text field. So this is the set method. The role of the set method to set the value inside the HTML. The role of the get method to get the value from the HTML. So moving ahead, more properties and things related to the set method. Okay, now in a set method there is a callback function. Now there is a callback function, means once you set the value, then what action you want to perform. Okay, so all three jQuery methods, text, html, value, also come up with the callback function. You know the callback function. In html effects we saw the callback function. The callback function has two parameters. One is the index of the current element, and means generally index means rarely use of the current element in the list of elements selected, and the old old value. You then return the string you wish to use the new value from the function. Okay, so here you can see text. Okay, you can see this text up to this, then there is a callback function. This is the callback function, and we it return, as it's saying, it return two parameter. One is the index parameter, and one is the original text. Okay, original text. Okay, means original text means old text. What I'm saying, original text means old text, means earlier there was this text and new text is entered this. You are getting? And index position of the new text, it will I means index position of the new text. And here on button click old html and new html. Okay, let's see how it will work. Moving towards our html now. Okay, now I just show you the output first. Okay, this is the bold paragraph. Means I say show old and new text. Old text, this is the old paragraph. New text, hello world, and index is 0. Now here old, this is the another bold paragraph, and new hello world. Okay, see, means here what happening, here what happening, okay, so here what happening, First, button click, okay, on button click, test text function called, okay. In a text function, you can see a text function, it return two parameters, okay. I is index and original text. Original text means old text, okay. And see original text means you change the value, what was the previous value and what is the next value, what was the previous value and what is the next value. If you are going to set something value to any field, okay, and at that time you want to compare the old value with the new value, okay, from a same field, old value with a new value, you can update it as if you are entering some values, and you need to, if you need to say, you need to compare old value is this and new value is this, okay. Or sometimes you say the please bid with some product, okay, the product value is considered, uh, consider you bid that product to the 100, okay, and again you are going to put your next offer, consider you put 90, then you need to say that the enter value is less than the previous value, okay. So for that purpose we require this original text, means what was the original value, okay, and now, and what is the new value, okay. So this, here see, as I can show, and here this is a text field and this is a HTML. Same way HTML, the difference is HTML just come up with the HTML means this word statement will come up with the word, because of the we use the HTML method. Now as I have discussed, we just implement that thing, okay. As we discussed, if consider this is the I just put one input field here, okay, I just put one here input field. Let me add one input field here. I just copy quickly from somewhere. I just copy this input and put here, okay. My input field ID is consider uh, uh, offer price, okay, and value, initial value is consider 0, okay. Now here you have offer price field is there, okay. Once you click or somewhere, or once you come out of this input field, now you know that how we can come out of the input field. First go and check what is the output, whether my text field is there or not. See, my text field is there. I'll say here, put it in para p, and here to this para here, let's control V, and I will say here my offer, okay. Now see output, every time just to check the output, okay. Now my offer price means what I'm doing now, I have entered 90, okay, I have entered 90 now, and I just change here to 80 and come out of this blur function. Then it will prompt me that the value you have entered, which is the lower than the previous value. So how you can implement that? For that purpose we are going to use the callback function. So how we can use the callback function? So what I do, I copy this in document.ready. I just write here I just copy one function and remove the part here, and I know my input field ID is offer price. I put here, and now I want to, which function I want to call? Blur function, okay. Blur, on blur function, then what you are going to do, you know which field, offer price, blur function. Now you put the offer price here. Now dot html, not html, is the text, okay. Text function I original text, okay, original text old. Now it will return the this thing, return old html and this, okay. So in this function what I'm doing now, just to put here here I will give the alert, I will give the alert. Okay, I will give the alert here. Okay, now see, something wrong here. Just I'll just remove this part. I'll just remove this part. Okay. So what alert I want? I want the old value is higher than previous value. So I just put here. I just first check that my alert is getting pop up or not. Okay, test. This test is getting pop up or not. Okay, on my blur. Okay, test is working. Now your role is, now you want to extract the value. Which value? The value inside this text I want to extract. So which method? I use the get. This is the get methods. Okay, so through the get I extract the value. Okay, and check the value. That now what I do is using the get method. So what is the get? Get method means dot val or dot val. I need to say dot val. So I say var here. So offer price, okay, is equal to, now I use this dot var. Okay, sorry. Okay, now offer price here dot, just a minute, var. Okay, now I just put here offer price alert. Now save this. Okay, check that my offer price is popping up or not. Okay, I refresh it. Here enter something, sorry, offer price. Okay, it gives me 45. Now what is the old price? Now what I do, I just put here. Okay, so this is offer price and old price is, what is the value in our origin text? This is the old price. Okay, so now check that. Okay, now initially this is there, I say 45. Sorry, it's not popping up. Space is there, alert is there. Let me save, refresh again. Now again this is 50, 56. Again I change to 41. Okay, means it's not showing the original txt. It's not showing me the original text. Let me change it to the see, it's giving me the same value. Okay, actually what happened, initial value say, consider initial value is 90. Okay, 90, and I go here, refresh it, I change the 90 to 99. Check that. Oh, it's showing me the board 99 once again. So what's happening? Let me check callback function is for val or not. Callback function set attribute. Here callback function statement txt original text orig text. Okay, basically this original text is, so they are doing it for text only. I'm just checking it for orig val is there or not. Orig val, let me check. Just a minute, I'm just trying this. Define, it gives the same value as this, but undefine of for price this dot. What? Define. So here, what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to extract the old value and new value. Okay. So in this case, there is another simple trick here. Okay. So what I do, I just on document.ready function after document is getting ready, where I say old offer. Okay. Here. Okay. I try to use the original function here, original value, but somehow I'm not able to apply it on input field. So what I do, offer price dot val. Okay. I extract in old offer here. Now see here, old. Okay. Now now just remove this dot val. Okay. Let me check the output. Now here I change it to the 904. See, 904 is the latest value and old value is 90. Okay, but what how I achieve this? Okay, I achieve this using, so here you can see at the after document is getting ready, I just capture the value in one variable old offer. Okay, I capture the value in a old variable, name is old offer. Okay, after that what happening here? After that here you can see I call the offer function val, but somehow when we call the original value, it called me the latest. It tried with the latest value only. So this function is not compatible with the old original value. But here, what we are doing, I capture the latest value here, and I just display here. Now here, what do we do? You can apply the condition if offer price is less than old offer, then you give the uh, message here, alert alert, new offer price should be higher than old. Okay, and do this and do this and do this. Refresh. Okay. Okay, so if I put here 65. Okay, okay, 65 is less than 90. Ideally it should give me the message here, but there is no message. Let me check. Offer price, offer, see, off price. Okay, less than old price. Okay, new price should be higher than old. So what happening, I just extract this value. I just check that alert. I just check here why it's not comparing. Why it's not comparing here? I just check type of price. Okay, I just what is the type. Means if it compare in string, it will never work. Condition will not fulfill. Okay, I just check what is the type of this variable. What is the type of this variable here? Now I just save this and check alert. Let's put one here. String. Okay, as I'm saying, now it's good that you understand that it's taking it as a treating it as a string. It treat it as a string. So how we need to convert string into the number? Then only I'm able to compare here. If these are the string, then it will not work. Okay. So how you can convert this into means string into the number? Okay. So your role is to convert. Just to go simple, there is a parsing which is called as parsing. Parsing means which convert the, so here I say just say JavaScript convert. Earlier also we discussed on string to number. Okay, so let's see, here you can see the method quickly converting string to the number. The parsing, here you can see the parsing. Earlier we discussed on that. So I just convert it parse int. See, parse int. Now I just use this parse int here and type, type, type. Okay, check the here. Okay, I just check offer parse int this. Now maybe some guys having question about what is this. This means I'm in this offer file. I'm in this. Okay, or in this. On which element you are writing the function which is treated as a. So here also we can I can use the this because I'm on same this. Okay, this. Okay, so let's check. Our main intention is to check the type, which type means whether it's using this parse integer it's converted or not. Okay, go back, moving ahead, going back. Now refresh. Now let's put here see number getting means now I managed to convert it into the number. Now next thing is I converted off its price as a number. I just need to convert old offer into the number. Okay, just put it here. Okay, now refresh. Just to go here number. Okay, function will not execute. Again refresh it. I convert it into the 45 old value number 45 less than 90. See, new offer price should be the higher than old. So here what we understand, here we understand that parse integer. Okay, because in this condition, in this condition here, in this condition we need to convert it into the number. It convert into the number and then only we can compare it. Okay, then only we can compare it. So earlier our discussion was on original value, but it moved into the different thing, and you understand how we can pass and how we can use. Why this condition is not getting matching? Then the reason is there was passing issue. Okay, then we pass it at this rate. Okay, so again moving ahead into the next thing of our jQuery set method. So in a set, here you can see set attribute. Here set attribute, you can set the attribute. Okay, earlier consider earlier the image or anything which the attribute is earlier also we use this attribute href, and in one function in images, as I have explained in earlier session, how we can change the image url using the attribute. Okay, earlier we change the href property of image and we set the different source. I think we change the source property and we set the different URL. Same way here also in a set attribute we can set the attribute. So each HTML element having different attributes, how we can set the attribute. See here what w3s means this ID. Earlier the link is w3school.com. Now they want to change it to the w3.com with a jQuery /jQuery. Okay, so see how they achieve that. Okay, so here what they did, they just use the href. The href property is this is the href property of this, and they change the href value to this. Okay, now here if I move my cursor here, just to concentrate here, just concentrate this part. Okay, just to concentrate here. Okay, and now sorry. Okay, now here you can see w3.school, and if I change href move, and it will say, you can see the jQuery w3school.com/jQuery. Okay, /jQuery. So this change will achieve through the attribute. Okay, we change the attribute property also. At a time we can change the multiple attribute also. At a time we can change the multiple attribute like this way. At a time we can do the change the href, title, or any other parameter. You can do the that kind of changes at a time also. Okay, so here what they are doing, they are just move here my mouse over. If I click here, See here, change, and also it changed the title in a HTML. Okay, what I do, I just to copy it and show you. Control A, Control V, and now refresh, refresh, refresh. See, now I just show you the screen here. Paragraph href. Okay, some title is there, some title is some title, but when I click here, you can see it's changed to WC School Jquery tutorial, and URL is also going to change. Okay, see, earlier if I refresh it and I click here, see, it redirect to the w3school.com. Okay, it redirect to w3. If I go back again, I go back. Don't know why. So if I go back and click that button, then it will set the property like this, title, and this means using the attribute. Okay, using the attribute property, and it will set the value. Okay, so again moving back, callback function for attribute. In the attribute also there is a callback function. It will return the original URL, and original value is earlier value. Earlier value is wcschool.com, and then we put the slash. Okay, means we can concatenate the next string with that href, earlier href. Okay, so you understand the purpose of the get and set. Now you understand the purpose of the get and set, how we can achieve the get and set methods. Okay, so yesterday as we have explored, let me open this. This not open. Okay, already running. Okay, it's already running. I think this one is already running. Let me close this one. Close this. So yesterday we saw the toggling function, and I asked you to put some images there. Okay, once I click the down, then it will down arrow. Then if I click again, then it will display the up arrow. Okay. So here, if I click here, and again I click here, yesterday I told you put here down arrow, and once I click, then again it will display me the up arrow. Okay, this thing happened. Now today what you need to do, after clicking on, you can get the value here, you can get the value. Okay, and after getting that value, if something is wrong, okay, something on this toggle function, what you need to do, you need to validate this. If validations are wrong, then you need to just give the message here, enter the character only, enter the character only. Here is a select the course. Okay, here uh, here no validations will required. Okay, so for this fourth field you need to put the validation. If the validations are correct, then only it will collapse, and it will allow you to open this contact. Again in contact there needs to be number. Here also some validations are no spaces, characters are allowed. Here also credentials, these two things should be a match. Email ID needs to be correct, then only it will allow me to the register. Okay, then it will be after all three validations are correct, and then see if I directly go and click here, it will not allow me. These two are disabled, only this one is enabled. Okay, so this functionality you need to implement. Okay, tomorrow we'll connect again. Okay, tomorrow we'll connect again and discuss on this. Okay.